Okay, you have no cards.
No cards.
That's annoying.
It is annoying.
So you tricked me.
So I'm going to...
He tricked me. Okay, I'll use 2 for Bucky. And that is turn.
Swine. Oh!
So Prepare goes out.
Oh my god, that couldn't have been worse. Feeling very salty at the moment, but at least I got rid of 2 Buckies.
What's up, Illumineers? This is
Hey.
Mateus and Charlie here. And today we're gonna try something new. So with the approach of the set championship for Ursula's return, we decided that we're gonna actually play 2 different matches or 2 different games back to back, where we will analyze and play 4 of the most meta decks that you would expect.
So in this video, I'm going to be playing Ruby Sapphire, Mateus is going to be playing Emerald Steel, and then in the next game we're going to be playing Sapphire Steel versus Ruby Amethyst. So you're going to get to see a few of these decks going against each other.
And then obviously those matchups changes depending on what you're playing against, but we try to do the best to try representing the scenario.
And yeah, this is hopefully going to give you an idea of what maybe you could take to set championships with you. Myself and Mateus, we played in the set championships last set. I was able to win a couple of Stitch playmats coming first, and you top forward one of yours as well. So hopefully we know what we're talking about, even if we're not very competitive. And I think the thing to say about these decks today is they are 2 of the more expensive decks. In particular, Mateus's deck is insanely expensive at the moment. So obviously your budget is going to determine what is a good pick for you as well. And the same with the Ruby Sapphire. It's quite an expensive deck as well with a lot of legendaries.
Yes. And I should say as well 2 other things, as you've been asking, and it makes sense for this format of video. We are doing 2 matches, so that's matches of 2, right?
We're going to do a 2-game format.
Yeah, 2-game formats, sorry. And we will also make sure that we're explaining our Mulligan strategy. Again, for the best of our knowledge, for the best of the strategy. Yeah. We're trying to make this be something very instructional in a sense. Not that we are the best, but we have some good understanding of that. So if you're out there preparing yourself for the set championship, hopefully you have everything you need.
I think especially as casual players.
Exactly. I know there's a different target, but it's a good way to merge everything. I'm sure you still want to get those cards, right? The super cool Ursula promo.
Yeah.
So you have to do well. So let's do this. Do you want to talk about your deck first?
Yes, so I'm playing Ruby Sapphire, also known as Sisu on Ice. This is a very much a control deck with a focus on ramping up as quickly as I can at the beginning of the game to, at the end of the game, really close it out using a combination of Tamator and Lucky Dime. In terms of card draw, it is a little bit limited in this deck. The main card draw engine we have is Hiram Flavisham, who will let me banish an item to draw 2 cards. We've got lots of cards that are going to help us search our deck, so a big part of this deck is getting all of the different pieces you need in order to close the game. So it's a lot about filtering through the deck, finding the cards you need. And of course, as the name suggests, this is a deck with Sisu in it, who banishes all characters with 2 strength or less. To help us a bit with that, we also have Ice Cubes in this deck, which also pair nicely with things like Brawl, which means I can reduce the strength of a character to brawl them. The same with Medusa. And against Mateus's deck, which is the discard deck, I've got to be careful not to burn through my hand too quickly. So hopefully I'm going to try and hold on to some cards that are going to be drawing me more cards. Do you want to tell us about your deck, Mateus?
Of course. So that is the classic Bucky Discard deck. So that's an Emerald Steel type of deck. I think the main things to be aware of, as you would expect, is you want to have in your hand and bring Bucky as soon as possible in play at turn 2. And what does that do is every Floodborn character that I play next after that will force my opponent to discard. So again, it's just forcing that whole synergy, because throughout the game, I'll rely on his lack of cards on his hand to, for example, quest a lot with Flynn Rider, his own biggest fun. And then the other side of that, with the cost coming through, is Diablo. So it's being able to bring Baby Diablo in play to then shift with the Big Diablo. That's the perfect scenario. And then, as you would expect, that forces the player to, every time they draw, as long as Diablo is exerted, I can also draw cards. So that's a very strong strategy. Then apart from that, the main other things is Baby Ursula and Big Ursula, the Silver of All, with Baby Ursula being able to remove songs from Charlie's hand, hopefully taking out that Prepare. And then with Big Ursula just singing those songs twice, so that's a big part of that. And with the Neo, we don't talk about Bruno's song as well. The best scenario here is making sure Charlie has no cards, pushing back that one single card with Bruno to his hand, and forcing him to discard that card. And to finish this, a little bit of a twist, and we only have 2 cards here, is the Hidden Cove location. With that location, I'm trying to protect both my Robin Hood and Beast by increasing their strength to 4, so they are protected against Medusa.
Okay, so we're gonna see who starts game number 1. So I rolled a 2. I never win the roll, so that's fine.
1 once.
16. Okay, so you're gonna start the first game?
Yes.
Okay.
Do that.
So 1, 2, 3.
So remember, this is a shoot game matches, so obviously Charlie will start the next one. And let's look at our Mulligan Strategy.
So
Do you want to start, Charlie?
I'm gonna show you my hand. So this is pretty bad at the moment. There's a lot of high cost cards, a lot of Inkables, so I'm definitely gonna be getting rid of that. I'm gonna be getting rid of that, and that. Now I do have quite a lot of Uninkables in this deck. It is very high on Uninkables. So I'm going to hold on to this purely for ink. I'm going to hold on to this to help me find cards if I need them. And this is our main draw engine, so I'm obviously going to hold on to that. So I will Mulligan 4 and get 4 back. Let's see if I do better. That's a good card. That's a very good card. That is good to have. And there we go. That's like really... There's one card I would have liked, which is one jump ahead. But other than that, that's a pretty good opening hand for this deck.
Okay, let's look at our Mulligan Strategy on this end here. So I actually had a good set of cards, to be honest. I think having the Baby Diablo is a good one if I can Mulligan and get the Big Diablo in place, right? I was considering keeping Robin Hood's Shoe Ink right in the beginning, but actually, if I am lucky enough to get the Big Diablo, I need a song or, an action to be able to shift. So it's better that I actually mulligan those 3 cards instead. I have the Bucky, which is amazing for me right in the beginning, and I have the Baby Ursula, which allows hopefully to remove a song from Charlie's hand. Knowing Charlie, he's very smart. He wouldn't keep a song cost 7 that early in his hand. So I'll probably not get anything out of it, but still. And even though Fling Rider is 4 and is a good card, it's an Inkable, it's too early. Charlie has a lot of cards in the beginning, so it makes no sense to hold to that. So I will mulligan those 3 cards. And draw 3 more cards. If I don't draw big Diablo, it's likely that I will ink the song that we're talking about, but let's have a look. And again, you're probably wondering, oh, you just told your whole strategy to Charlie, but this is what we want to do in the first match for sure. And it's okay. We're kind of trying to tutorialize our thought process. But
trying to give you a better idea about how to maybe pilot these decks if you want to take them to your set championships. And again, we'll preface that by saying we're not the best players, but from our casual mindset, this is how we would pilot the decks.
And we did do well. We did get a lot of prizes last time, but the set has been a big change of things. Okay, so I'm going to start by inking Baboon.
Okay.
And then for 1... I'm playing Diablo, Maleficent's Spy. He's a 1/2 quest for 1.
So you get to see my hand.
And with the ability Scout Ahead, I can see Charlie's hand.
So there you go. So as you were correct, I didn't hold on to any songs.
Yeah, that made sense. So Maui, Popsicle, Hiron is very scary. Bra, okay, good to know you have a Bra. 2 Hirons, okay, back to you. And that is turn.
Okay, so I'm drawing for turn. So I'm going to ink Maui. I think it's better to hold on to things that are going to help me draw cards. So I'm going to play the Popsicle for 1. Draw a card, and that will be the end of my turn.
Okay, so you draw a card with Popsicle.
Yes. Okay, oh yeah, sorry. Popsicle, it's an item. When I play this card, I can draw a card, and I can also banish this item to remove up to 2 damage from chosen character.
Cool. So ready, set, draw. I think I have to do this. I'm taking a risk. I'm gonna ink Straight of Raging Fire. Then for 2, I'm bringing Bucky already. So again, we know Charlie has a Brawl in hand, but the advantage of Bucky is that he's a 1/1 quest for 1. He has ward, so he cannot target me. And with his ability Squeak, whenever I play a Floodborn character, each opponent chooses and discards a card. I'll quest for 1 with Diablo. I'm hoping Charlie doesn't have any rush. I already forgot. He had Maui before, but that's far from doing it.
Far from Maui.
And that's turn.
Okay. So I'm going to start by doing Develop Your Brain, so I can look at the top 2 cards on my deck. I can put one in my hand and the other on the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to try and find some answers. As you can see here, this is the same card, so there's not much of a choice there. So I'll get that one, and I'll put this one into the bottom. And then, because it is a long way from it, I'm going to put Tamatoa into my ink. I'm sorry, I've used 1 ink, and then I'll use the other ink to play a Vitalosphere. If this is an item and it has the ability Extract of Ruby, I can pay 1 and banish this item. Chosen character gains Rush and +2 this turn. It's really there as something to help with card draw with Hiram, but it also potentially I can sneak out a character and hit Mattis's.
That's really scary because you literally just said there's no rush, and then you do have rush.
That's true, and yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so ready is set. Draw. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm doing the smartest choice. I'm going to ink Robin Hood. So used to, I'm going to actually play Ursula Deceiver. She's a 1/3 quest for 1 with the ability you never even miss it. Whenever I play this character, chosen opponent reveals their hand and I can discard a song.
Okay, so this is what I got, and this is what you can choose from.
Okay, interesting. Usually I'll go for Be Prepared, but because it's still a little bit far from the need of him using it, I'm going to go for this so I can avoid it.
You want to slow my ramp down, you want to slow me being able to get cards, so that's the right choice.
And then I will... I think I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to quest for 1 again, going to 2, and that is turn.
I'm going to draw for turn. That was less than ideal. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to ink a Hiram, which I say is unfortunate because he is my draw engine. But as we just saw, I do have another one in my hand. And then for 3, I'm going to play Sisu, Emboldened Warrior. She's a 1/4 quest for 2 with the ability Surge of Power. This character gets +1 strength for each card in my opponent's hand. So right now she's a 4/4. And that is my turn.
Okay, you don't want to rush her?
I don't have enough ink. I've got a clear one to do it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'm going to ink Strange of a Raging Fire. And then for 3, I'm going to play Aladdin.
Okay.
He's a 3/3 quest for 1, and he could be shift, but I don't shift. Whenever this character quests, you may banish chosen item.
And because he's a flip-born, he triggers Bucky, so I'm going to discard my Be Prepared.
Okay. And then I will quest for 2.
Okay.
And that's turn. I'm coming to 4.
Cool. So I'm going to ready, set, draw. Oh, mon dieu, that's really bad. Okay, so I don't have much option right now. I'd love to hold on to Brawl, but I need the cards from Hiram. So I'm going to ink Brawl. I'm going to do 4, and I'm going to play Hiram. Now, because I know Aladdin can banish my item when he quests next turn, I'm actually going to banish the Vitalosphere to draw 2 cards. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Sisu challenge Diablo. So she's going to take out Diablo, take 1 damage. And then I'm going to banish the Popsicle to use its other effect, which is to heal my character, to keep her healthy. Otherwise, it was going to be destroyed anyway. And that also removes the chance for Mattis to shift Diablo, which is also a really bad thing to happen. And that's turn.
Okay. So ready, set, draw. Unfortunately, he was right, and I was planning to use this. That's the reason I put it. Now I'm like, okay, I'm going to go and do this. I'm going to ink Robin Hood again. Then I'm going to use 2 to play another Ursula, so I can see your cards.
So I have no songs, but I do have those cards.
So Medusas are 3 or less. So literally, those 3 characters are unprotected when you play at 6. Okay, and you get to choose it.
And they get to choose.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. I might as well, and then you discard your Medusa. So I'm going to use 3 just to put some pressure.
Oh,
so
she's not a flip-born though, so I wouldn't discard.
She's not. I just meant more. I wanted to use Medusas on her because you probably wanna. So it takes out of the way because I can't protect it. Yeah. I was holding to this for so long because of Brawl. I'm holding again.
I see.
But okay, and then with that in mind, you would do only 1 to me back.
2 1 damage exactly.
Because I have no cards in my hand. I do think I should do this. I'm going to use those 2 and banish Sisu.
Okay.
Yeah. And you do 1 to me.
1 damage
for each. And that will be turn.
Okay. So no cards in hand.
Did I not ink?
You inked, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start by using 4 to play Grammatala. She's a 3/3 that quests for 1, and she has the ability There Was Only Ocean. When you play this character, look at the top 2 cards on your deck. You can put 1 in my hand, 1 on the bottom of the deck. So I'll show you. This one is obviously a lot more useful to me right now, so I'm going to get that, and the other one goes on the bottom. I do want to be smart with my ink, and I need to ink every turn just to get up to that all-important 7 in case I need to be prepared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Tamato in ink, and then for 1 I'm going to do Develop Your Brain, and it's the same effect as Grammatala. Look at the top 2 cards, 1 in my hand, 1 on the bottom, And really, I'm just looking for something that's going to help me out in this situation. This could potentially be useful. This is a little bit of a way off, so I'm going to put that on the bottom, that in my hand. And I want to keep Hiram healthy for the time being. You would have to slam a lot of characters into him, though. You would have to basically use everything to take out Hiram, but I would only get one law. It's not really worth it at this point, so I'll pass.
Cool. So ready, set.
So if Mateus gets a Strength of a Raging Fire off the top, it's going to be pretty bad for me.
And I did use that already, which I'm very upset about it. So I was a little bit unsure if I should play this or not, but because it's a Floodborn, you'll force a discard, so I have to. I'm playing Aladdin again.
Okay.
3/3 questing for 1. If he had an item, I could quest and destroy his item or banish his item.
So I think this is a really tricky one because I do need the ink, but both of these cards are really going to help me deal with Mateus's board, so I'm going to get rid of the Fishbone Quill. I can ink this if I need to. I'd rather not. Should I do that? Should I do that? It's such a... I feel like discard, it really forces you to use your brain.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I'll do that. And yeah.
And then what I will do, I will quest for 3 with the 2 Ursulas and Aladdin, bringing me to 5, 6, 7, and that is turn.
Okay. So let's see what we get off the top here. Not a great card at all, but I think I'll have Hiram sing 1 jump ahead, so I get to put the top card of my deck into my Inkwell face down and exerted. So really, I'm just trying to ramp very quickly because I really need to get to my big Sisu and my Be Prepared if I can. I'm going to Ink Brawl.
I like to see that.
As much as I need to. As much as I don't want to, but I need the ink. I'm going to use 6 to Madame Medusa. And of course, I'm going to take out Ursula. And Madame Medusa, she's a 4/4 quest for 1. And she has the ability, That Terrible Woman. When you play this character, banish chosen opposing character with 3 strength or less. Unfortunately, I am down to 1 card, so if Mateus gets a Floodborn or if he gets a sudden chill off the top, it's going to be discarded, but I can't do anything about that. And because his board is looking a little bit scary with all those characters, I'm going to have Grandma Tala take out Ursula. She's not that much of a threat, but he is getting a lot of law every turn, and that will be the end of my turn.
So ready, set, draw. So that's what I knew it was coming, because obviously I saw his hand. I knew he would use the Madame Medusa, so I was like, we might as well try to use that earlier. Yeah, I'll hard cast 4 to play, and then along comes Zeus. That's a song, deals 5 damage to chosen character or location. I was in between them 2, but really what I'm thinking about here is to go for Hiram, and I can use just 1 more to finish Hiram and still be alive, or banish Hiram and still be alive. Then I can use those 2 and quest for more. And they are strong enough that I know that Charlie don't necessarily want to use as characters every time in that trade. So let's do that. So 5 here, plus 1, yeah. I get -2.
And that obviously turns off my ability to draw cards, which is not
exactly
not good.
And then I'll quest for 2 more with those 2, bringing me to 9, and that is turn. But I couldn't ink, which is very scary.
So I'm going to ink just because I don't want to risk it getting discarded, even though I'm pretty close to being able to use it. I'm going to use 6, and I'm going to take out Aladdin, but which one? I'll take out the healthy Aladdin. And I really just need to deal with Mateus's board at this point, so I'm going to have Medusa challenge this Aladdin. I'll take 3. I'll have Tala take out your Ursula. So even though I have no cards in hand, I have now 8 ink, which allows me to play most things in my deck,
and
except for dragons.
The board presence.
And I have the board presence, and yeah, that's turn. So
ready, set, draw. So now it's gonna start a turn.
I think I'm in a better position right now.
You are. Okay, you have no cards.
No cards.
That's annoying.
It is annoying.
Because I have a Floodborn. It has nothing to do with
that. So
I'm
gliding to my dragon now.
I can't do anything, so that's turn.
And what does Jafar do?
Okay, sorry. Jafar Dreadnought is 3/4 questing for 1, and he has the ability now where we, during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may draw a card.
Okay.
And it's quite strong-ish.
It's beefy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna draw a card for turn. Huh. Well, I've got to play it. I can't risk it getting discarded. So I'm going to do 5. I'm going to play Maui, Hero to All. He's a 6/5 that does quest for nothing. He doesn't quest for anything, sorry. He has Russian, he's reckless. Now, I don't want Matthias necessarily to be drawing cards. So I'm going to, right now, quest with this Medusa to go up to 1. And the question is, do I quest with the other one as well? And at least then it would be a trade. No, right now I feel comfortable. I'm gonna pass.
That's probably the smart choice. So ready, set, draw. And that's very interesting. You're seeing my score and Charlie's score. He's now has all the control. Unfortunately, with this type of deck, you want to be able to get to the end before they reach 7.
Yeah.
So I'm in a very bad position, but it is what it is. Okay. So again, slowly getting there, but not much. I'm playing a Robin Hood, Champion of Sherwood. He's a 3/6 questing for 2. He could have been shift, but I didn't, and he has 2 abilities. Skilled Combatant. During my turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, I gain 2 lore. And with the good of others, when this character is banished in a challenge, I may draw a card.
Not bad.
So obviously Charlie has no cards, so he cannot discard with the Floodborn. I kind of want to keep Bucky there, but at the same time, I wish I could use Bucky and Jafar in your Medusa to draw a card. But I think that'll be more silly, because it's good to be in a position where Charlie is in trouble if he has more cards. So I will, however, because there's any way that that's banished in a challenge.
During
not my turn. Oh, it is during my turn.
The first 3 words,
It
unfortunately.
is during my turn. So I'll sit back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read
If it wasn't my turn, I could put him to do that decision.
So this, honestly, a fantastic card to get off the top.
Ah.
Unfortunately for Matthias, so I'm going to use 6 ink. I'm going to play another Madam Medusa.
Oh my god.
And I'm going to get, of course, rid of Robin Hoods.
Oh, where's my location?
It's unlucky for you at the moment because you're not getting either of your card draw engines, or your Diablo or your Beast. I'll quest with Medusa again. I'm just don't want to risk drawing cards, I think, at this point. But I do also need to put a bit of pressure as well. Well, no, I think I just wait. I still feel comfortable with my position.
It's also interesting to say with Robin Hood, the reason I didn't draw a card is because it wasn't banished in a challenge.
Yeah.
He used the ability of Medusa, unfortunately.
So such a grindy game,
Yes,
just taking
it
up
is.
both of us top decking.
But okay, that's not too bad. I don't think it will save the day, but I will use 4 to bring
Flynn, okay.
Flynn Rider his own biggest fun. He's a 2/3 questing for 4 for as long as Charlie has no cards in hand. For every card in his hand, it reduces 1 of his questing. He's evasive, and that's what is interesting. Like I said, Charlie's in a position that he doesn't want to have cards in hand, but also he has to have cards in hand now. He used all his Medusas, so he cannot take Flynn Rider out. He wants to use Be Prepared because he has so many cards, I think. Maybe he will. And also, he used 2 or 3 bras. So hopefully he doesn't have another one or somewhere.
Low.
So we'll see. Now it's about me getting fast and started.
Yeah, one of the reasons Flynn is in this deck, because not all decks run Flynn Rider, but Green still has a hard time closing games.
Yeah.
So Flynn is a bomb. You can really...
Exactly. We'll see if it works right now.
Because you're on how much lore? 9 lore.
9 lore,
so
yeah.
he can close the game.
I just wish I could quest one more with Jafar. But no, I want to force you to be scared of questing with some of those. So I will again hold back. Okay. And that's my turn.
I need something good off the top here. Oh, it's not the best. I'm going to use 4. I'll play a Hiram. Now, it is becoming a bit of a race, so I'm going to quest Medusa, Medusa, Medusa. And the reason I'm questing with the 3 Medusas is because it would be a direct trade if his Jafar went into this one, but that'll give me 3 lore for this turn, put me up to 5. Hopefully I can find an item or something to help me dig for an item just to be able to
get more cards drawn.
Get more cards from Hiram. But that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. So now it's when it starts getting exciting for me. I wish I had a Diablo. Okay, not a Diablo, but not bad either. Okay. Let's think about this first. Well, first I'll quest for 4.
Okay.
Bringing me to 10, 11, 12, 13.
Wow.
Then I will... I can trade, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'll trade and draw a card in the process.
Okay. So I'm gonna tidy this up.
Then I'm going to use 4 to sing Hardcasting, and then along came Zeus.
Okay.
Then I'll go for Medusa.
Sure.
Then I will. Wow, should I do this? Then I will use the last one to play Diablo. Unfortunately, I cannot see. There's no hand here. I just want to put the pressure, and that is there.
Okay, so really I need to deal with that Flynn. If I don't, I'm kind of screwed. This isn't the best play, but I'm going to play Fishbone Quill. It's an item it has the ability to go ahead and sign. Exert this item, put a card from your inkwell, from your hand into your inkwell face down. I don't have any items, but the reason I'm doing that is so that I can quest with Hiram for 1, put me on 6, banish the Fishbone, draw 2.
You got a brawl or anything?
No.
I'm still going to be one turn away from winning, though.
But I'm going to hold on to these because it's going to reduce the amount of...
that's a good point.
Law.
That is a really good point.
I'm then going to quest for 2.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Which will put me on it. Cool. So Matisse can still discard my cards, which would hurt, but I think this is a safer play. I have
hand though, so I don't think it will happen.
Yeah, well, you have Flood Bonds. Yeah, so that's 10. So Flynn's only getting 2 now.
That is very interesting. That helped you a lot, actually, not just a little.
Yeah.
It's low down. Okay. So, I'm going to use 3, and I will bring the other Diablo.
Oh, that one hurts. So I'm going to toss the lucky dime.
So that's good. The decrease, I can now quest for 3. I will quest for 4, bringing me to... was what? 13? 14, 15, 16, 17. The big question is, do I go for 18 here? I don't think I should. It's better to have ways to discard. I cannot use this yet because it's drawing, and then that's turn.
Okay.
It's very close, to be fair. Like because you have the advantage in the position you are, but at the same time I have the advantage of points.
So I'm gonna use 1 to play Ice Block. It's an item. I can exert it. Chosen character gets -1 this turn. I'll give Diablo -1.
Okay.
And then I'm going to quest with Hiram for 1. Put me on 9.
It's -1 attack?
-1 attack,
Okay.
Strength. I'm going to banish the Ice Block. Draw 2. So I'm going to keep 3 cards in my hand, I think. So it's fine. Maui is going to challenge Diablo because he has to. He's going to take no damage from the challenge.
Okay, there we go.
And then I'm going to quest with these 2. It's going to put me up onto 11.
Oh, you're getting close.
And now I have a tricky decision to make because I want to basically slow down Flynn because Matisse is on 17. Oh, so
I want to quest it for 2 now. 3.
3.
So I could finish.
Oh, so you're going to win even if you discard. Right, because
if you draw 1 more card, I won't win. Is there a way to draw another card?
There is not, so you might as well finish it off.
So let's do this. So really, I only did 3. I can quest for 1 with hand.
I'll draw a card. You might as well
draw a card. I want to sing. Maybe I can sing something. Another Bucky. So I'll play another Bucky, and then I will do 1, 2, 3, bringing me to 20.
Okay.
That was cool. Let's do this.
So we're heading into game number 2 now, and I'm going to start this one. So again, because of the high number of inkables in this deck, I'm going to have to hold on to this just because it's inkable. I'm going to throw these back because Ursula can obviously grab this. These are too far away. So I'm going to mulligan 4. Let's see if we get something good. That's good. That's good. That's great. Okay. Would have been nice to get an item, but all things considered, that's a fairly strong opening hand for me.
Yeah, I'm still evaluating mine. There's some new stuff here that I wasn't expecting. So I don't know, I'm taking a risk here, I think. I'm going to just mulligan 2. So you're starting.
Yeah, you good to go?
Yes, I guess.
Okay, so I'm going to play Tamatora's Ink, and then for 1, I'm going to develop my brain, look for some cards that could be useful to me. This one's the one that I'm going to keep. This one's going on the bottom, and that's turn.
Okay, draw for turn. Okay. A wink, Ursula, baby Ursula. Baby Ursula. And for 1, I'm playing Diablo.
So you can see my hand.
Okay, so you have a brawl. that I'm scared about. Villa Sphere, you can rush. Sisu and Leopard and Flourish. Okay.
That's turn?
That's turn, yes.
Okay, so I'm drawing for turn. I'm going to Ink Maui. And then for 2, I'm going to do 1 jump ahead. Again, I can put the top card of my Inkwell, top card of my deck into my Inkwell face down and exerted, and that's turn.
Okay. Ready, set, draw. Okay, I'm going to ink Robin Hood. I think. Then for 2, I'm placing Bucky.
Okay.
Then I'll quest. No, I won't quest. I don't know what you have there. No, you wouldn't be able because you don't have Vita Sphere. Vita Sphere will need to spend a cost, right?
Yeah.
So I'll quest for 1 with this guy, coming to 1, and that is turn.
Okay, so I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to start by doing 1 to play a popsicle, just so I can draw a card. I'm going to ink Maui, and then for 3, I'm going to play Sisu, Emboldened Sister. And so right now she has 6 strength because Matthias has 4 cards in hand, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Realize we haven't been explaining the cards, but hopefully you literally watch in the previous turn. I'll try to remind myself. So I'm going to ink Tinkerbell. Then I'm going to discard a song to then be able to shift Diablo.
Okay, so I've got to discard a card.
So you have to discard a card because it's a Floodborn.
Oh, this is tricky. It's going to have to be the Vitalis Sphere, unfortunately.
Okay. And then obviously he's a 2/2, the quest for 1. That's the first time you see me playing this. It's evasive. And with the abilities Circle, Far, and Wide, during each opponent turn, whenever they draw a card, while this card is exerted, I draw a card. And actually I had in the previous turn, I just didn't execute, right? Then I will use 1 to bring the Hidden Cove. It's a location, so it's a moving cost of 1, 6 willpower. With the ability Revitalizing Waters, the characters get +1 strength and +1 willpower here. So obviously, you probably see where I'm coming from because I know he has Braw and I want to protect this guy. So I'm going to use the moving cost of 1. I'm going to move both actually, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Might as well. Move both inside this location.
Oh.
I'll quest with Diablo because he's evasive, thank you.
Okay, that makes it tricky for me. So I'm going to draw cards. So Matthias is going to draw a card
as well.
This is very, very tricky. But actually, I feel like I don't have a choice. Right? I'm going to use 4 to play Hiram, banish the popsicle, so you get to draw 2 more if you want them.
Always.
I'm going to... So you got 5 cards in hand?
Yeah.
Oh, that means that Sisu has 6.
So you tricked me.
So I'm going to...
he tricked me.
But I can't use anything this turn, but I am going to get rid of that.
He tricked me so good.
Okay, geez.
Why did I do this?
I'm then going to, unfortunately, ink a Hiram. I'm going to pay 1 to do Develop Your Brain, just to, again, try and put some cards into my hand. So I get to look at the top 2, put 1 in my hand, 1 in the bottom. Neither of them are the best, so I think I'm going to do that one. I mean, they're not the best in this situation. They are good cards.
Are you drawing cards?
I'm drawing cards.
So
no, that doesn't. This doesn't count as a draw.
But you draw her hand. Did you do it twice again?
No. I put him in my ink and then I played Develop Your Brain, which doesn't count as a draw effect. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Well, that's painful because now I know my Diablo is gone. Gonzers. I should not have fallen for it.
You got a lot of cards though. It hopefully gives you some answers.
Yeah. I'm going to ink Robin Hood.
Okay.
Then for 4, I'm going to play Jafar. 3/4, he has to discard because it's a Floodborn. During my turn, if I banish it, I can then draw a card. So let's see what he's discarding.
Tricky. I'm going to discard Tamatoa just because he's a little way away.
Okay, then I will use dot 4. I'm going to use who's more scared? I think your Flabbershirt's more scared. You're gonna destroy my card the next turn. Okay, I'm going to use Diablo to sing Strand of a Raging Fire and do 3 damage to Flabbershire. And then that is turn.
Okay, so I'm going to draw for turn.
I'll draw.
Yeah. I'm going to... I hate it. I'm going to Ink Tamatoa. For 6, I'm going to play Sisu, Empowered Sibling, a 5/4 quest for 3. And she has the ability, I got this. When you play this character, banish all opposing characters with 2 strength or less. So both of them.
Literally, my machines are
so
gone.
I really needed Bucky off of the board,
Yes.
in all honesty. So the question is, do I make Sisu vulnerable? Because right now, Matthias could take Flavisham with Jafar and then draw a card, which I really don't want. And because I don't have items, it doesn't make sense really to make him vulnerable. But if he wants to go into Sisu, at least we trade. So I'll quest with her for 3, and that's turn.
Okay, it's already set. Draw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, unfortunately... Well, first I'm going to ink. I'm going to start building. So inking Tinkerbell. Then I will hardcast. Am I? Yes. I'm going to hardcast Let the Storm Rage on. Then I will do 2 damage to her and draw a card, and I should have actually drawn the card before inking Tinkerbell.
That's always a good thing if you can draw cards.
I forgot
before you
because then I could ink what I just got, for example. But the good news is, goodish more or less, is first I will now trade with you and I will draw a card.
So you're drawing 2 cards, so definitely a good strategy to do it.
Yes, I should have. Then I will use... Did you use your brawl?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, I'll use 2 for Bucky. And that is turn.
Swine. Freaking Bucky.
But the reason I ask the brawl, obviously he cannot target Bucky, at least because he's a ward. But he probably has Medusas very soon.
I'm going to do 4 for Grandma Tala. She's going to let me look at the top 2 cards, put one in my hand, one on the bottom. That one's going in my hand. And I am going to Ink Brawl, and that's turn.
Okay, how many you have in hand?
2 cards in hand.
2 cards in hand. Okay.
I'll quest with Hiram as well.
Okay.
Because he's safe, Bucky's not going to challenge him, and he could get shot anywhere.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use 3 to bring Aladdin, force and discard.
Medusa.
Nice. And then I will use 2 to play Ursula, seeing his card.
Oh!
So Brutal Bear goes out.
Oh my god, that couldn't have been worse.
And then that is turn.
Swine. Okay, I'm having to do this awful play again, which is play the Fishbone Quill, quest with Hiram for 1, banish the Fishbone Quill to draw 2. It's so annoying. I'm gonna ink the Vitalisphere. I'm gonna play a second Hiram, and that's turn.
Okay.
This is awful. It's so awful playing against this deck.
So first I'm gonna use this to sing a Strength of a Raging Fire.
Okay.
So I can finish or banish the guy there. Then I will use... I have to do this. I don't want to do this way, but I do have to. I'll use 5. And I will use... We don't talk about Bruno. So I'll return Flaverson, but because it's the only card he has to discard. Because usually you're discarding random, but he has no other card. And then I will quest for 1 with Ursula, bringing me to 3.
Okay.
I don't think I'm inking. Yeah, I'm not inking.
Okay.
That's there.
Thank goodness. I'll use it. Banish these 2.
Oh, no.
Banish Aladdin.
Huh?
What? 3/3.
Okay, not trade, you mean? I was like, something doing that.
I'm feeling very salty at the moment, but at least I got rid of 2 Buckies. I have my Sisu on board, and that's turn.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, you're lucky to get the Sisu.
I've got a lot of cards that could have helped me in that situation, but...
Okay. How do I put... Show something back? Is another button, right, that I need?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have much here. I'm gonna use 5, and I'm bringing Beast.
Okay.
So Tragic Hero, 3/5, questing for 2. It's better this way. At the start of your turn, if this character has no damage, draw a card. Otherwise, it gets +4 strength.
It's not a bad card to top deck to have on play. I'll do that. So I'm gonna have Sisu sing how far I'll go. I'm gonna have her sing because I want to try and use the ink as efficiently as I can. So I get to put one into my hand, one into my Inkwell, face down exerted. So I'm going to put this one into my Inkwell, face down exerted. This one into my hand. Sorry, this is all ready. And then I'm going to use 4 to sing that again. This time I'm going to hardcast it. One in my hand, one in the bottom. So I'm going to put that one into the Inkwell, this one into my hand. And that will be my turn.
So you only have one in your hand.
I only have one card in hand.
So I draw 2 because I have no damage in Beast.
Yeah, maybe I should have taken the other one because I could have played it right away, but I thought I'll focus on ramping my ink.
So I will use 2 to discard.
Such a pain in the butt. I hate this deck.
It's gonna get worse, trust me. Then I'm gonna use 5, Bruno, back to your hand and discard. And then I will use 3 to bring Big Ursula to 3 questing for 1, and she can sing twice, and that is turn.
Okay, ready, set, draw. Be prepared.
You literally top deck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be prepared, sorry. Again, I'm just salty with the deck. I banish all characters.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn. At least I feel like I'm in a better position. But I mean, if he gets Flynn again, we saw what happened in the last
5.
game.
That is turn.
Gain
So
top,
Robin Hood, gain 2 if I banish, and draw a card if he banishes me in a challenge.
It's a top deck battle. So I've got 1 jump ahead. I'm going to play that. Put a card into my Inkwell, and that's turn.
Oh god. Draw for turn. Okay. Then I'll use 3 for Diablo. Then I'll quest for 2, bringing me to 5, and that is turn.
Hopefully another be prepared. Okay, I'll do 1 for a popsicle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll use 9 ink to play Maleficent Dragon. She's a 7/5 quest for 2. When I play this character, I'm banished chosen character Diablo every single time.
Okay.
Every single time, and that's turn.
Okay.
The good thing about this deck is it has very powerful top decks. Most of the time, I'll get a card that I can use to find another card. I mean, 1 jump ahead was terrible, but popsicle into Maleficent Dragon is pretty good.
For Bucky. And then you could, and I don't kill you in the process, but then I draw a card, right?
Yep.
Okay. Is it worth it? No, I'm passing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm trying for turn. I'll use 3 for a Fishbone, and
You make me make the decision.
I'll quest with Maleficent Dragon to go up to 7, and that will be turn.
Oh god, I think I should have done that myself. Okay, I will use 1 to pay another Robin Hood. It's not a Footborn, unfortunately. Then I will.
I've got no cards, there's nothing to discard.
I will quest for 2. If he wants to go for me, he can come for me.
So you're going
And
into
then I go
7
to
as well?
7, and that is turn.
Okay,
Because my top process is he attacks me, then I can finish it with Robin Hood at least.
Draw. Okay, let me just check my discard pile. 1 second.
So tense.
Okay, I have a popsicle. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to play my first Tamator of the game.
No.
He's a 5/8 quest for 1. And he has the 2 abilities. The first one is, what have we here? When you play this character and whenever you quest, you may return an item card from your discard to your hand, which I'm going to do. And then he has the ability Glam. This character gets +1 for each item you have in play. So right now he would be gaining 3 lore.
So I can quest for 4.
I'm going to pay 1 to play a popsicle to draw a card. Because I don't want to get discarded, I'm going to ink Grandma Tala, and indeed I'm going to banish Robin Hood. I'll take 3.
I draw a card.
Yep. And I'm going to heal it up with popsicle, so she's only going to have -1.
Interesting.
And Tamator will, of course, let me get that back later if I need it. And yeah, that's my turn.
What do you mean? Take it back later?
Every time he quests, I can get an item out of my discard.
Interesting. Turn?
Yep.
Okay, so ready, set, then draw for turn.
So I'm going to tidy up my ink here because I have a lot.
I'm going to hard cast. And I will use an Elan Zeus in the Maleficent Dragon. So I
Okay,
do
so she's
5
good.
damage, she's gone. Then I will quest for 1 with Baby Robin, and then it's turn. I go to 8.
So I'm gonna draw for turn. 9. Okay. I'm gonna make sure my maths is correct. I'm gonna do 3 for a Fishbone Quill. I'm gonna quest for Tamato, so I'm gonna quest for 1, 2, 3, 4. Will put me on to 11. And then I'm gonna get the Lucky Dime back from my discard pile. I'm gonna then use 7 for the Lucky Dime.
I'm done.
So the Lucky Dime has the ability number 2. I can pay 2 ink. I can exert, pay 2 ink, and then gain lore equal to chosen character. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna now gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ink. 5 lore, sorry, from Tamato. Will put me on
That's the end,
16,
guys.
and
I took
maybe
too long.
Ruby Amethyst.
I took too
Ruby
long.
Sapphire can do it.
My turn?
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know if these games were as painful to watch as they were to play.
God.
Like it's very unfun against Green Steel, and yes, I'm incredibly salty right now.
If I have gone for Tamatoa,
I don't think you would have been able to take him in that turn though. And then
but I could now.
You could now,
I
but
could
then,
handle
but
5
then,
and 8.
but I would have still been able to get the lore from.
Yeah,
from
I
the
suppose.
dragon.
Yeah, so you have 18, right, in this case. Yeah, that is true. I don't think I can do anything about it. But I want to leave looking beautiful.
Looking shiny.
Looking shiny. I can't even leave looking shiny.
Dazzle like a diamond in the rough.
Yeah. Because I could do... Yeah, well, let's do that per step. So I'm going to use 3 to cast, hard cast, Let the Storm Rage on. Okay. So I do 2 damage to that guy, and I draw a card. Then I will use this as an ink.
Okay.
Then I'll use 3 to shift.
Okay.
So I still can't finish, can you?
You need to do 6 damage. Or have Bruno.
Yeah. 6 left, so 3 and 4. I thought he was strong enough. Okay, well, I'm gonna quest then.
Okay.
For 3, and that's the end. So
well,
brings me to 9, 10,
let me
11.
At least draw. Let's see what I get. Yeah.
I was sure I would win, but I forgot that that's your game,
I will
right?
quest for 5 with Tamatoga up to 21, and there we go. 2-game format. We both win in the game where we start. Who'd have thought it?
I know. But I thought I had it on me at the end. But obviously, the whole point of this deck is at this stage, or even a little bit earlier, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's a bomb. As soon as you get Lucky Dime and you get a Tamatoa.
But you can just see how grindy this kind of game is. Like both of us in top deck mode, basically just removing things that are put on the board. Yeah. But yeah, as Matteo said, this deck is all about that a slow start but an explosive finish with the Lucky Dime. And those were I think the tensest games I think we've recorded so far for the channel.
It is, and between us as well. I think that it was never like that close.
Yeah, but
I do like the Bruno, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's a really good
card. That's the first time I'm using. Because it's all about that, right? Discarding, forcing your hand, and then goodbye.
Yeah, exactly.
So I had a lot of fun. So what do you think? What is the type of deck at your moment that you are planning to bring? Or should we not tell the viewers if they want to play against us?
No, to be honest, like I really love this deck. I love this deck for 2 reasons. One is it's got a really powerful end game. It's quite resilient, so even though, Matthias discarded my hand, I was still able to build up a lot of ink, search for the answers I needed. The problem is it's very, very slow going, so oftentimes I'm not playing a character till turn 4 usually, and even then they don't have very much strength, so it does very badly against a very aggressive deck. Maybe if Matthias had played more aggressively at the start, it would have been a different story. So that's kind of the downside of this. I think probably what I'll take is Ruby Amethyst, which you're going to see in the next video.
The Flynn Rider version.
Yeah, the Flynn Rider version, exactly.
I think for me, I am more comfortable with Ruby Amethyst, but it is what I am comfortable with. And I think it goes well against Steel Song, which is one of my weaknesses if I play this. Personally, or if I play the other version that Charlie was talking about. I hope you enjoyed.
Yes.
Please leave a comment down below, like if this is a sort of gameplay you like seeing as well. If you like the format of 2 matches or 2 games instead of just the regular one.
I think it's nice to be able to see how each deck performs going first and going second. Maybe it's less interesting with casual decks, but certainly for competitive decks, you can kind of see the game plan.
So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for sticking around, right? And also just quickly looking down here, please join our Discord channel. We're doing some giveaways, we're getting more people coming in, and it's just excited to do all the card reveals and everything in real time over there. So come chat with us. So you can scan this QR code or just find the link in the description of our videos.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Happy questing.
Bye.